Guy I'm seeing legitimately thinks Santa Claus is real. I think he actually believes Santa is a real person in some capacity and thinks he delivers presents to his family personally. I'm probably going to leave tomorrow because it's been awful so far and I just want out. I'll call him Adam. Adam, 25M, is from a pretty rural area up in the mountains, keeping it vague on purpose. And his family are what I'd consider religious extremists. He told me this before I, 23F, came to see them for Christmas, that they were very religious, as are mine, so I thought it would be similar. I'm not seeing my own family, as I just have my abusive mom left, and we are NC Con. I've only been seeing him a couple months, and his beliefs have only came up minimally, and Santa Claus was not part of that. I don't even think we've mentioned it at all, despite walking around Walmart with Christmas decorations/holiday stuff on shelves, and him saying he wishes there was more Christian decor. Adam and his family call Santa Saint Nick to start off with. He has a large family, and we had a lot of regular Christmas Eve activities all day, including cooking breakfast and dinner with his family, sitting around and playing with the children, going to a church event around lunchtime. When we went to church, his mom would shake her head disapprovingly at some references towards Santa Claus the pastor made, and would, to his younger brother and her nephew next to her. I didn't hear what she said. When we made dinner, she told me to fix a plate for Saint Nick, and I laughed and said, "Cookies aren't enough?" And Adam shot me a horrified look. I felt the gaze of his mother, and she gave me this sort of fake smile and said, "No, hun, that's not a filling meal." So I loaded up about as much as I gave Adam and the men in his family and put it on a plate. His mom put tinfoil over it and put it in the fridge in the garage. At some point, about 2/3 his family left. The children went to bed after about an hour of it being dark. Adam's mom told them to go settle into bed so Saint Nick can have his dinner and start to deliver presents. This gave me the implication that he would start his night here, rather than just stop by and have cookies and leave. I'm not sure. His mom read a couple passages out of the Bible about family as we sat around their wood-burning stove, and we discussed my family situation a bit. Adam's dad then told Adam and I, as well as his little sister, to go to the guest house to sleep. It was about 9 p.m. I changed in the bathroom and said my goodnight to them and was about to walk out the door with Adam when his mom snapped her fingers and said, "Hun, you're forgetting the most important part of Christmas?" Adam looked pale for a sec before kind of nervously laughing and stepped back the door holding my hand. We went out into the garage where he grabbed the plate. I said something like, "She's really serious about Santa getting his food, huh?" trying to lighten the mood. He squeezed my hand really hard and said, "Yes, I'd say it's serious." We went back in to microwave the meal, and we awkwardly stood there in front of the microwave watching the plate turn around. I felt his parents' gaze on the back of my head. I said something again, I can't even remember what, kind of lighthearted, about Santa having a full stomach if he eats like this at every house. Adam gripped my hand harder than he did before, in the first sign of affection he had given me in front of his parents all night, and said, "His name is Saint Nicholas, and he only eats his dinner here. Don't be disrespectful in our home." It sounds calm all typed out like that, but the way he said it gave me chills. His parents didn't say anything, and I felt like I was going to cry, haha. I left to walk in the backyard to the guest house, and his sister was waiting in this mostly empty living room area in there. She said she started the wood-burning stove there, and she showed me where to sleep, a twin bed next to her, and said Adam would be in the next room over with his younger brother. I just lay down, and I heard Adam come in maybe half an hour later and go straight to bed. I've just been laying here unable to get sleep because I'm so anxious, lol. And I already hear movement in the main house at this point, and I don't know what to think. I thought after everyone had left, mostly small children, the Saint Nick talk would end. I think his family, or at least him and everyone younger, legitimately believe this is a real person. His parents are really strict and live relatively off-grid and isolated. I barely have service here, so I'll see if this posts because I can't even text my friends SOS right now. I feel like I'm in a horror movie where they believe Santa is like a distant uncle or something. Does anyone know of any traditions like this? They killed a pig sometime in the last week, as well as a couple chickens, and the whole family is coming back tomorrow, and maybe it'll be less weird with more people being here? A few of his cousins gave me a more modern vibe rather than the rest of his nuclear family. But I don't know, I might just head back and stay at my apartment a couple hours away alone. I don't think I can continue seeing him. It's just been so weird.
Am I the asshole for buying my wife a Roomba for Christmas? Asshole. This happened last year, but since it still gets brought up during arguments every now and then, and I just discovered this subreddit, I decided to check what you guys think. Me and my wife have 2 children, 15F and 11M. My wife is a stay-at-home mom since the birth of our second child. I, 46M, work full-time and earn a 6-figure salary. My job is highly stressful, requires me to travel a lot, and mostly sleep in hotels. I only get to come home to my family on every second weekend on average. Despite working a lot, I am glad to do it so that my family can live a comfortable life. Last year, I decided to buy my wife a Roomba for Christmas. My wife tends to be the one who vacuums the house, so I presumed that she would like this present as it would free her of this chore. As she unpacked the present, she was heavily offended and did not hesitate to show it, which made the whole situation quite uncomfortable as my parents and other members of the family were also present. She argued that this should not be a present directed at her but at the whole family, as it is the entire family's responsibility to clean up the house. Since I work and am the sole source of income in the family, and she is a stay-at-home mother, I think it is apparent that she should take on responsibilities such as taking care of the kids and maintaining the house. The gift was intended to somewhat relieve her of this burden. I, personally, would have loved to have received a Christmas gift that would have somehow made it possible for me to spend less time working. As cheesy as it sounds, I think that time is one of the most precious gifts, and that Roomba would have definitely bought some time for her. Time that she could use to do whatever she pleased instead of vacuuming. Unfortunately, 1 year later, this still often gets brought up during arguments, often coupled with her crying. So, am I the asshole in this situation? Edit. I should also add that I would have never gifted my wife a vacuum cleaner or anything along these lines. I saw the Roomba as a robot that would fully take over this task, which is why I thought it was a good idea. Edit number 2. I asked her numerous times before Christmas last year what she would have liked to receive, and she repeatedly told me that she does not want anything. I was left to guess and chose the most practical gift that I was certain she could be able to make use of.
Today I flipped up passing gas on the dance floor. I'm a mid-30s female. Last night I went out for a Halloween dance party. I worked really hard on my costume. I was the perfect combination of warm and slutty, and I was excited to strut my stuff. The way that this bar is set up is that there is a main level upstairs, and then you can walk downstairs to go to the dance area. It's a pretty small place, so it gets crowded. I had taken some mushrooms earlier in the evening, and I was feeling good. At some point in the night, I had to cut the cheese. I thought it would be a small one. I thought I could just crop dust it. But it was the most silent/deadly/toxic/foul mushroom stink bomb of my life. The smell from my ass destroyed the dance floor. People cleared out. It was so bad, people thought that someone had an accident on the floor. Like, they turned up the lights a little bit to see and make sure that there wasn't a health hazard. Even the DJ made a comment. I went upstairs because I couldn't stand the smell of my own ass. I was up there for about 30 minutes, and when I came back down, I could still smell my ass. It's all anybody could talk about. They thought someone had an accident. I had to play dumb. I was so embarrassed. TLDR, my mushroom gas smelled so bad that it cleared out a Halloween party, and the DJ even made a comment about how bad it smelled. My boyfriend, 30, M, got me Pokemon for Christmas, and I can't let it go. Do I call it quits or work it out? For context, my boyfriend and I have been together for 3 years. Since I've known him, he has always loved Pokemon. Personally, I have no interest, but as his partner, I encourage his hobbies and support him. This past Christmas, we had a few brief conversations about Christmas budgets, and have mentioned to each other things we have been wanting. I knew Pokemon packs were on the top of his list, so I made sure to get him some. I mentioned wanting a few beauty products and a specific hoodie. Well, Christmas comes around, and to my surprise, I opened my gifts. The first one was a pack of Pokemon cards. Okay, whatever. The next one was a booster box of Pokemon cards. I stop and ask him if he's joking, because this must be a joke, right? Well, he smirks and tells me to keep going. I open my next gift. It was another booster box of Pokemon cards. He was full of excitement while I opened my gifts. That's it. Those were my 3 gifts. I am not and never have been interested in Pokemon. After this, I told him I needed a moment to myself. I went to our bedroom and took a moment to gather my thoughts and lower my temper. When I came back to the living room, there he was on the floor. Both booster packs and the pack of cards he got me were opened and sprawled across the floor. I was in shock. Not only did he get me gifts that I didn't want, but he actually got them for himself and tried to play it off. I have been trying to move past this, as I did not want to seem ungrateful, but I just can't believe he would do something like this. Every time I have tried to bring it up, he has told me how expensive those booster boxes were and how I made him feel bad for not appreciating my gifts. Am I being ungrateful, or is he just a jerk?